Today we have discussing about Alzheimer's dataset. First, we can the Alzheimer's data analyzing the dataset. First, we can file import the Alzheimer's dataset. Here we can see uploaded Alzheimer's data. The dataset is we can see plasma lymphoblastic Alzheimer's disease. Uh, First we have import numpy has np numpy pandas all other functions imported and kaggle. Here we can see csv file running os path join. Then then after import libraries matplotlib cbon etc. Then after we have loading data set. Here this data set we can see diagnosis Alzheimer's disease, sex, female, age 68, MMSC, CF amyloid, CSF total, CSF and 07 APOE4. Here we can, this is a data set. You can see imported libraries, matplotlib, cbon, etc. Then after the data set is loading, pd.read csv file has reading the data set. Here we can output can see the data set output we included diagnostics, sex, age, MMSC, CSF amyloid, CSF total nano, CSF phosphorylated APOE for progression to be Alzheimer's disease, progression time month. Here we can see the data set. After the info, we can see lzh.info. Here we can lz is a variable. Here data set else.info. Here we can see class underscore dot frame index 200 212 entries 12212 data columns total 10 columns we can see diagnostics 212 this count is null data type is object then sex 212 count null object type age int data type MMSC in this year's C4 64 CF total TAU float. Here we can see post-related float APOE for object progression to Alzheimer's disease object time progression time float 64. Here memory usage 182 KB data type float 64 float int 64 to object have four objects 1 2 3 4 float type is for 1 2 3 4 and then this is the data type and after describe the data else dot describe H MMSC CF amyloid is count mean state mean 25% CS amyloid is total CS phosphorylated progression time we can see and after the cleaning data here the data cleaning section next hash dot drop columns is equal to describe the data and then cleaning the data. Here we can see progress Ulster drop columns is equal to progression to Alzheimer's disease, progression to Alzheimer's disease, time, month in place true, info. We can see the cleaning data set is diagnostics and 212 null, count type null, and data type object, sex, and data type object age in the MMSC in the 64 CF amyloid float 64, total and float 64, and CSF phosphorylated float 64 APOE4 object, data type float 64 is equal to 3 in the 64 is equal to 2 object 3 object we can data clean data set we can see, and after TSI is done just remove duplicates from the data set. Duplicates are removing duplicates step we can see, and, and diagnosis object age objective AG in the 64 CF amyloid plot. Here we can none uh, diagnostic sex age MMSC CF amyloid is there 212 212 212, and the CF amyloid CSF total TAU CSF phosphorylated non-null. Here we can see the changes of value in the data types plot 64 int 2 object 3. Here we can see 1 minute, and then describe the data, cleaning the data after some error we can 1 minute. Here we can see cleaning the duplicates are removing in there, and after remaining the column just for an is Alzheimer's dot renaming dot. Here we can ST function is we can say renaming data set CF amyloid. Here we can renaming underscore CF amyloid CF total TAU. This is renaming CSF underscore total TAU. CF phosphorylated phosphorylated renaming, or we can see renaming the data. We can see CF amyloid, CF total TU, CF phosphorylated, and then after the next is missing value finding. Missing values we can see as dot in ISNULL bracket dot sum. This is the missing value find code. Missing value diagnostic 0, SAX 0, H 0, MMSC 0, CSF underscore amyloid 14, CR total TAU 14, phosphorylated 14, APOE 43, data type is the, in the 64. We can see mixing values find the as dot even one each other unique values we can see as CSF underscore amyloid unique. Here we can CSF amyloid uniqueness values we can see, and next we can find this CSF amyloid range 3620.0, and that find the mean of CSF amyloid CF amyloid value mean finding after all CF amyloid uh, final grouping statement. CF amyloid unique we can see after finding the range CF total TAOU CF amyloid ending and after that function else said that total TAU evenly one and one all values are presenting in her else.info. Here we can see diagnosis object sex object age int 64 APOE for object float amyloid total TAU phosphorylated float we can see in nesting phosphorylated unique we can find and then mean value find range find range find uh, these three values are get it and after APOE for unique we can find dataset APO for is a categorical data in order to handling the missing value in we need to change to numeric values. And now let's changes all categorical value to numerical to do the column has categorical values. Diagnostic sex APO for columns are category data. Diagnostics unique find Alzheimer's disease mild cognitive impairment control data type sex unique female male data type is subject APO for unique data type is subject counting the number of data item in column Alsh diagnostics value count diagnostics Alzheimer's disease 103 mild cognitive cognitive impairment 89 control 20 name count data type in sys4 Alsh sex value count sex female 116 male 96 data type is in 64 and after APO for value count APOE for value count and no 16114 yes and 5 data type is in 64 and ST um, in ought to find out the number of females and males who has Alzheimer's disease mild cognitive impairment or control we needed to group it say for APOE4 grouping the diagnostics column diagnostic group A said that dot group by is equal to diagnostics underscore group we can see then panda dot core coring the grouping these are all data Alzheimer's data grouping we can see Alzheimer's diagnostics group get group Alzheimer's disease grouping the data set after we can see Alzheimer's underscore disease sex dot value count female 61 male 42 data type in 64 then APO for you APOE for value count is equal to yes 55 no 48 and MCI diagnostic and group mild cognitive cognitive mild cognitive impairment. Then MCI dot sex dot value count is MCI is MCI 45, female is 45 in MCI group, female is male is 44 in MCI group. MCI all one by one we can find this data set. MCI APO for counts are 49 and all yes 38. Control is equal to diagnostics underscore group dot get group control. This control of sex value count sex female 10 male 10 data type indiv 64 control AP for value count 17 AP value count control 17 S2. Why I am setting APOE4 to know if it is controlled and Alzheimer's disease. Yes, to mild cognitive impairment. The reason behind setting the APOE for column 2 no for control and Alzheimer's disease diagnosis and 2 years for mild cognitive impairment MCI and like be based on domain specific knowledge or assumption about the relationship between this condition and the presence of APOE4 and understanding APOE4 is uh, has three column variant APOE2, APOE3, APOE4. Such a variance is associated with increased risk of developing Alzheimer's disease. However, not all individuals with Alzheimer's disease carry the APOE4 allele, and its presence can vary among different cognitive conditions. Imputation logic, control group assumption, individual in the control group. Presumably, health individuals are less likely to carry APOE4 compared to those Alzheimer's disease to MCI. Imputation missing values in APOE4 columns for the group control groups are set to not indicating the absence of APOE4. Secondary Alzheimer's disease assumption. While the APOE4 increases the risk, Alzheimer's disease, not all Alzheimer's patients have APOE4. Thus, a simplicity-based specific characteristics of your data set missing values might be set to no MCI assumption MCI precursor to Alzheimer's disease and individually with MCI might have a higher likelihood of carrying APOE4 compared to control group. Missing imputation, missing values of MCI APOE4 columns for MCI are set to yes indicate presence of APOE4 allele. Control dot sex value count female 10 male 10 data type is int 64 control dot APO for value and 17 no 17 yes 2 then def fill APO for row if row diagnostics is equal to control and pd dot insert row APO for return no elif row diagnostics stick equal to Alzheimer's disease and pd dot insert row APOE4 and return no elif and diagnostic a mild cognitive impairment and pd insert dot row APOE Then then my CA AP of for return 0. Here we can also dot AP of for apply else dot info. We can see all values and none null count all values are same. We can see diagnostics, sex, age, MMSC, CVS, amyloid, and then data type of different object in the this non null count all are same. After the data, let's categorical value, numeric value, categorical value, numeric values change. Diagnostic unique array Alzheimer's disease MCA control. Alzheimer's disease MCA control here data type is subject. Then sex unique is equal to female male and data type object and epi or E4 is yes no and copy dataset to a new variable just for safety. Here we can scalar preprocessing import label and step 1 importing libraries to change categorical value to numeric value and then create a label and code object for each columns you want encoding fit file transformation to specific columns the way have more control and each encoding step and then label encoding to diagnostics column copy underscore lzh diagnostics le underscore diagnostics fit transformation copy underscore alf diagnostic step 2 label encoding for sex columns labeling the sex we can see and then step to see labeling encoding IP or E4 and then labeling then after let's check copy lzh dot head diagnostics value 0 sex 0 age uh, every type of data set value we can see APE for CSF phosphorylated CSF total T use CSF amyloid MMSC age sex diagnostics and then after copy as diagnostics unique 0 to 1 copy as sex unique 0 1 and then after copy as APO for unique 1 0 and then we can find after copy hash dot info we can see every type of null count as we can same integer we can see 212 212 and diagnostics 212 sex age amyloid phosphorylated every non-null values are converted to 1 2 and after imported panda has pd imported bytes imported and then and data frame creation replace with the Alzheimer's dog. This is 1 minute. This is another. This is CSF downloading CSF file. Sorry, this is wrong. We can see. Then next question now, the data ready for exploratory data analysis. Exploratory data analysis. Import seaborn has SNS. Import matplotlib, pyplot. PLT import panda has PD. uh, Plot dot figure. Style visualization. Style wide grid. Figure size 6 6. And then diagnostics count is diagnostics value count reset in the diagnosis underscore count column is equal to diagnostics count SNS bar plot. And then we can first a broad plot running diagnosis x is equal to diagnostics, y is equal to count data is equal to diagnostics count. SNS broad plot diagnostics x is equal to y is equal to Alzheimer's disease index data set scholars title count of title count of diagnosis is x label is diagnostic category, y label is count, x ticks rotation is equal to 19. Plot we can first we can uh, get it the plot bar plot. Here x is Alzheimer's disease, MCI control diagnosis category is there. And after then y-axis 0 to d 40 count category 60 80 count diagnosis. This Alzheimer's disease 100 80 something. CI control is very less. This is finding graph. Another method is by plot pie diagram method. Here we can see pie diagnostics count label diagnostics count diagnostics percentage one. This is pie plot plotting method chart method. 42 percentage MCA 42.0 percentage MCA control 9.4 percentage. Alzheimer's disease 48.6 percentage. This is pie diagram. And then the observation is from the chart we can say there is only a less number of people that has controlled Alzheimer's disease. There is a high number of people who are affected with MCI and Alzheimer's disease. Now we needed to concentrate on MCI and Alzheimer's disease. So let's just remove the control category from the data set. Control category, removing just the data set, excluding the control groups from the analyzing the control group from the analyzing, excluded control group from analyzing, fill data als diagnostics control. Diagnostic value count is Alzheimer's disease 1 not 3 MCA 89. Alzheimer's disease 103. Controlling, removing the data can be Alzheimer's value and MCI value. We can see 103 Alzheimer's 89 MCA. And then next question is now let's analyze in distribution of age Alzheimer's disease patient and MCI patient by gender. We can see going to find out which age people are more affected with AD and MCI. AD, Alzheimer's disease, and MCI are which more affected the people we can find first in quick plot figure, subplot adjusted Alzheimer's Pipeline PLT important seaborne matplotlib pandas and after escape zero point 0.8 w space zero point 0.8 figure bit and figure bit 80 uh, layout one pad 1 and subplot is figure 2 to 1 add subplot figure s2 is 2 to 2 and SNS set stylish white grid and diagnostics count I set diagnostics value count bracket dot reset index and diagnostics underscore count and dot columns is equal diagnostics count and then bar plot SNS bar plot x is equal diagnostics y is equal to count data and diagnostics count s is s1 by plot can see the pie plot solution. Then next question, estimation. Next question. Now let Alzheimer's disease and patients and MCA patient by gender. Here we can escape 0.8, 0.8 with 10 Supply is 2 to 1, S1 is 2 to 1, S2 is 2 to 2, white grid background, and diagnostics is Alz, Alzheimer's disease, Alzheimer's disease data, and MCA data, MCA impairment, and then as a histoplot, adding the histoplot diagram, we can find the histoplot bin 20 color blue alpha 0.5 label Alzheimer's disease and then histoplot MCI histoplot bins 20 color blue LPHA 0.5 label MCI and the Alzheimer's data we can see histoplot title age group set X label Y label Alzheimer's X label is age. Alzheimer's disease count Y label set title MCA age group set Y label age and set P count. We can see the graph age Alzheimer's disease count Y axis age 60 65 x axis 75 885 0 to 468 Alzheimer's count. And Alzheimer's disease age group we can see the next is MCA age group we can see age 50 and the graph is MCA count is 0246 here 75 to 80 high MCA age group and here Alzheimer's disease count age is 80 now 85. The observation the age group people after ADA and MCI between 65 and 85. 65 and 85 are more affected Alzheimer's group ages. We can see the graph. And after uh, next question is now let's find whether male or female more affected AD and MCI. Female and male are more affected AD and MCA. We can import the C-bonds, matplotlib, pandas, set the figures, subplot 2 to 1 then the diagnosis count, sex, value count dot reset index diagnosis And then bar plot SNB bar plot axis sex y is count diagnostics count S is S1 and date access level is nickel level set title L set disease bar chart set X label diagnostics category Y label count category. Here we can see the output is diagnostics category female and male categories. Female are more L set disease bar chart. Male is some this difference we can see. Asthma's disease diagnosed group get group Alzheimer's disease. Sex value count we can see female is 61 and male is 42. Alien 42 counts are we can see in observation more number of females are affected Alzheimer's disease. Females are more affected. You can see the graph. Alzheimer's disease are affected and important the necessary leverage C1 and plot lip sex female and this is find question. Female have more Alzheimer's disease gender analysis sex female and male discount observation female have more number of cases in both AD and MCI. Sex female MCI gender uh, sex male we can see code. Yes, we can discuss about skew. Positive skew, right skew, shape, central tendency. Shape the tail on right side of distribution is long or fatter than left side. Most data points are concerned on the left side. Central tendency mean medium mode and the mean is pulled to right due to outer lead higher and income distribution with few individuals earning significantly more ages. Retirement costs retreating early but a few much later. Visual data bulk on lower and tail extending to higher value on the right. Negative skew lets skew shape the tail left side of distribution longer of the fatter than the right side. Most data point are contracted on right side. Central tendency is mean less than median less than mode. Example score of an essay exam where most score high but a few score low. Age at death with high life expectancy but so earlier death. Visuals key points. Tail on right. Positive key mean greater than median greater than mode. Negative key tail on left mean less than median less than mode. This is the difference between key points positive and negative skew. Next question. The mini mental statement examination MMSE is the test used to assess conjugative function commonly applied in Alzheimer's disease diagnostics. 30-point scale scores range 0 to 30 were higher, so suggested a better conjugative function. Interpretation 24 to 30 normal conjugative function on very mild impairment. 18 to 23 MCI possibility on Alzheimer's science 10 to 70 C moderate impairment typical to mild stage Alzheimer's 0 to 9 servant impairment often seen into late stage Alzheimer's. MMSE help track cognitive decline but isn't diagnostics alone. MMSC helps tracks cognitive decline, but diagnosis allow diagnosis need a full evaluation, including medical history and cognitive testing. Then after next, we have the mean mental statement MMSC test applied Alzheimer's. We can see import libraries and seaborns, Matplotlib, pandas, etc. After the MMSC, Alzheimer's data is diagnostic. Uh, Alzheimer's MMSC MCA data is MCA mild MCA data. We can include then plot distribution Alzheimer's disease by gender. Histoplot MMSC data add sex male MMSC KDE true color blue uh, Histoplot data set sex female MMSC X2 color is pink plot distribution for mild MCA gender is Alzheimer's disease we can see in a MCA gender red color is red MCA data set sex male red color and female green color MCA group and then we can see the graph MMSC blue color male Alzheimer's disease AD patients count MMSC and the pink color is female and MCI group is male. This color red color is male and green color is female. We can see the graph variation. MMSC concentration. MMSC male and female. MMSC in male and MMSC female variation of graph we can find and then after male AD male female AD male AD female AD median mode male mean median mode female mean median mode male MCA mean median mode female MCA mean all mean median mode values are see that 23.5 24 these values mean of AD 23.45 then mean of MCA is 26 point male 27 and mean of MCA is 25.51 median of MCA female 26.0 and 27 and then next we can see mean median mode we can find the this mini mental statement of MMSC Alzheimer's disease. Alzheimer's disease and the MCI group are we have comparing this output. Next we can discuss. Next we can find a fat grade. How we can compare MMSC score together will generate an AD or MMSC score together will gender an MCA. SNS fact grid diagnosis Q sex flat mega height 6 map histogram MMSQ and the set titles add legend there we can see MMSC and diagnosis is equal to Alzheimer's MMSC you can see fat grid MMSC and we can see this Venn grid graph, mammoth female, male color. Here, female is more diagnosis Alzheimer's disease and the diagnosis MCI count to female is are more observation we can find. MMSC got 20 to 40 normally congruent function or very MCI impairment and 18 to 30 MCI cognitive impairment which may be later indicative of early stage Alzheimer's disease. 10 to 70 moderate cognitive impairment which is commonly seen in mid-stage Alzheimer's disease. 0 to 97 cognitive impairment which typically late-stage disease. AD here we can see this graph. Half of females has normal condition and mild cognitive impairment showing below curve. In male count is uh, are around 15 which are normal cognitive and normal cognitive function chance of risk low from them. MCI and negative skew high number of has repeated score of MMSC mode is high V skew that is normal cognitive function. Average number of affected people are less. Can't see any serious issue unless MMSC score by gender. Next, we have find the distribution of CSF amyloid concentration in AD patients and MCI by gender. Here, typically range for Alzheimer's disease compared to healthy individuals. In Alzheimer's disease, concentration in CSF amyloid typically decreases. This because trans aggregators from plaques in brain reducing the level in CSF. Here, healthy individuals concentrations are generally high, typically ranging from around 500 to 1,200 pg/ml. Although this value is based on assay used to laboratories and Alzheimer's disease CSF amyloid concentration are significantly often failing below 500 pg/ml. Values SB 200 to 500 pg/ml. This value can be somewhat depending on specific method and cutoff points used in different studies and clinical settings. Lower levels of CSF conjunction with elevated level CSF TAOE proteins total TAO phosphorylated individual Alzheimer's disease used clinical participant support diagnosis. There we can see CSF amyloid patients graph. CSF amyloid patients graph here color plot distribution Alzheimer's disease by gender blue male blue female pink plot distribution MCI yellow and the stop plot gray female we can see mhm, male pot is CS amyloid male pot is 600 full increases in AD patient CSF amyloid but CSF amyloid axiomatic expression female graph is 500 then this is the more high and this is say male CSF amyloid concentration. We can see mm, she's similar concentration, female graph, uh, and then it's says similar male. Then factory graph we can see, says similar female is blue, male red. Safe amyloid graph variation. Then observation is Alzheimer's disease AD. 65 lower of often 500 pgml and can be as low to 100 500 pgml. Both sorry, both yes, both male and female show higher count of CSF concentration between 200 to 600 pgml. Females generally have a fewer instances of CF. Concentration in this range indicate a significantly lower level compared to male. MCI is positively skewed with a higher average. Observation is a large number of males have CSF concentration 600 pgml between 200 and 600. Females show a different distribution are not concentrated in same range as male. Average CSF concentration significantly lower among MCA indication a pattern reducing concentration associated with cognitive impairment. Conclusion: your analysis highlight that individuals affected by MCI generally exhibition notably concentration which indicates of neurodegenerative processes associated with the cognitive declines. The summary effectively communicates finding on the relationship between CSF concentration and MCIAD, emphasizing impact gender of the observation. As the question distribution of CSF total to MCI by gender. In Alzheimer's disease, concentration of total TAU in cerebrospinal fluid is typically elevated. TAO proteins are associated with microtubular structure in nucleus and the increased levels is CSF reflected neuronal damage and degeneration which characterizes of Alzheimer's disease. Generally, CSF total TAU generation. Healthy individuals CSF total TAU level are generally lower, typically less than 300 pgml. Alzheimer's disease CSF total level are elevated, often exceeding 400 pgml. In some cases, they are significantly higher, sometimes ranging from 400 to over 1,000, depending on the severity of disease and specific assay used. The elevated level of CSF total DA, particularly when found when with the disease level uh, of CSF amyloid beat 42 are used biomarker to support the diagnosis of Alzheimer's disease with the biomarkers help to distinguish the Alzheimer's disease from other forms of demental and cognitive impairment. Imported serpents as SNS imported matplotlib pandas after than the uh, Alzheimer's disease and MCA impairment filter the data. Alzheimer's disease by gender, MCA by gender, color, male color is Alzheimer's AD, blue, female, pink, Then we can see the graph here, amyloid concentration, AD patient male graph and found then female graph, just amyloid concentration and male female graph, female MC patient is AD and cis MCA. That how we can compare CSF amyloid score together with generate and AD or MMSC score together with gender and MCA. This is the MCA fat grid graph histoplot graph. We can find the female and male. This is the graph. We can see diagrams and MCA graph variation. CSF amyloid graph variation AD and MCA we can see. Then the observation is Alzheimer's disease significantly lower, often below 500 pg and can be as low 200 500 pg ml. Gender observation, both males and females show a higher count with the CSF concentration between 200 to 600 pg ml. Females generally have few females generally have fewer instances of CSF concentration in this range, indicating significantly lower level compared to males. And then MCI positively skewed higher averages. Observation is a large number of males have CSF concentration of below 600 pg ml, specific between 200 600 pg ml. Females shows a different distribution and are not concentrated in same range as male. Average CSF concentration are significantly lower among MCI patient, indicating a pattern of reduced concentration associated with cognitive impairment. And then conclusion is you are analyzing highlight that individuals affected by MCA individual affected by MCA generally exhibited no, notably concentration which indicates neurodegenerative process and associated with the cognitive decline. In summary, effectively you finding on the relation between CSF concentration and cognitive impairment AD and MCA emphasizing impact of gender of observation. The nasty question distribution of CSF total TAU in AD and MCA gender. In Alzheimer's disease, the concentration of total TAU cerebrospinal fluid is typically elevated. AU protein are associated with the microtubular structure in neurons and increases the level in the CSF reflected in neuron damage and degeneration, which are categorized of Alzheimer's disease. Here, generally, guideline of CSF total time generation, healthy individually for CSF total time levels are generally low, typically less than 300 pg ml. Alzheimer's disease CSF total value are elevated, often exceeding 400. In some cases, they have significantly higher, sometimes ranging from 400 to over 100, depending on the severity of discussing and specify assays as used. The elevated levels CSF total value, particularly when found in conjunction with decreased levels of CSF amyloid and beta are used as a biomarker to support the diagnosis of Alzheimer's disease. The biomarkers helping distinguish Alzheimer's disease from the forms of demented and the cognitive impairment. Here we can see total TAU employed CSF total TAU male Alzheimer's disease blue and CSF total color pink blood distribution male yellow and female gray MCA. We can see female and the male CSF total TAU male graph variation AD Alzheimer's disease CSF total TU variations we can see and then next is MCI variation we can see CSF total value concentration and CSF total day MCI variation is a male and female graph and after then flat grid using the graph we can see CSF total day Alzheimer's disease graph male graph MCA. Here the observation is the provided histogram displays the observation of CSF total TAU levels among individually diagnosis with Alzheimer's disease and those diagnosed with a mild cognitive impairment MCA. The data is further categorized by sex female, purple male in red, analyzes the chart and distribution in the Alzheimer's disease. The histogram for Alzheimer's disease shows a wide spread of CSF total TAU level compared to MCA. The most frequent CSF total TAU level Alzheimer's patients are clustered between 300 and 600 pg/ml. There is instance of very high CSF total TAU level up to less frequent. Both males and female distribution similarly, but females have slightly higher in lower range 300 to 600 pg/ml. Distribution MCI we can see chart histogram for MCI shows narrow spread CSF total level compared Alzheimer's disease. The most frequently CSF total MCI are between 200 and 400 ml. There are fewer instances very high CSF total TAU levels in MCI percentage compared to Alzheimer's percentage. Both males and female distribution are similarly, but males have slightly higher count in lower range 200 to 400. And then conclusion is CSF total TAU in Alzheimer's disease. One minute, the Alzheimer's. Then Alzheimer's disease. Sex difference there is not substantially difference between males and females in distribution CSF level in either diagnosis group. Both sexes show similar partners in each represent diagnostic category. The histograms align with the non-biomarker profile from Alzheimer's disease and MCI where higher CSF total TIU level are indicative of more severe neurodegenerations typically sees the Alzheimer's disease. Next, we have discussed about the next question distribution of CSF phosphorylated TAU concentration in AD Alzheimer's disease patients MCI gender. In Alzheimer's disease, the concentration of cerebrospinal fluid CSF phosphorylated TAU is typically elevated. Phosphorylated TAU is a biomarker that reflects that pathology neurofibrillary tangles, which are characteristics of Alzheimer's disease, typically range for CSF phosphorylated TAU health individuals CSF TAU levels are generally low, typical less than 600 pg/ml. Alzheimer's disease CSF phosphorylated elevated often exceeding 60 pg/ml. In some cases, values can be significantly higher, ranging from 60 to 120 pg or more, depending on severity of disease and specific assay used. Interpretation: elevated levels of CSFP phosphorylated in combination sorry phosphorylated in combination with the decreases levels of CSF amyloid beta 42 and increased levels of CSF total tau are used as biomarkers to support the diagnosis of Alzheimer's disease. The elevation of phosphorylated TAU specifically indicates the presence of TAU hyperphosphorylation and the TAU tangles, which are critical pathological features of Alzheimer's disease. These biomarkers are available in distinguish Alzheimer's disease from of determinant and cognitive impairment, aiding in early diagnosis and monitoring disease progression. Here, their code is this. First, important seaborns, matpodlib, pandas, other libraries important, and after the Alzheimer's disease and the MCI and MCI and the plotting distribution of Alzheimer's disease by gender, color. We have included male blue plot distribution MCA given by gender. This to check the graph. We can see CSF phosphorylated TIUAD Alzheimer's disease person male percentage graph and CSF phosphorylated female percentage graph is there is variation you can see. And next the fat grid graph you can see diagnosis Alzheimer's disease CSF phosphorylated TIU female this and male is this is male is the variations. Then the observation is the most frequent CSF. Here the graph observation is I mean, the most frequent CSF phosphorylated TIU levels for Alzheimer's patients are clustered between 60 and 200, which is higher, indicating high reach in both AD and MC. This the elevation of phosphorylated specifically indicates the presence of TIU hyperphosphorylation and TIU tangles, which are critical pathology features Alzheimer's disease in both conditions. Next, we have next question distribution of MMSC concentration in AD patients and MCI by age. We can the scattered proteins. We can see first scattered field data diagnostic fluid height schema scatter plot 8 MMSC and tight legend show plot PL plot. So this is scattered. This is here Alzheimer's disease we can see, and this MCI cognitive impairment we can see. Let's the observation is the provided scatter plots show the relationship between age and MMSE for individual diagnosed with the Alzheimer's disease, purple dots and MCI red dots. Analysis of this chart, Alzheimer's disease, the age of individuals which Alzheimer's disease range for 60 85 Alzheimer's disease, and the MMS cause Alzheimer's patients exhibition a wide range from about 20 range about, and there is no clear linear relationship between age and MMS score are not strongly depend on age within this group. However, there is a notable clustering of MMS scores 20-30 points. MCI is 60 to 80 MCI 60 to 80. This range and this range is 20 to 30, and uh, here this is the observation of the MMSC concentration Alzheimer's percentage disease. Next question, distribution of CSF amyloid concentration Alzheimer's disease patients age. You can see the graph is Alzheimer's disease MCI. Its range is 0 to 200, and the MCI range and 0 to 200, and these 60 to 85 Alzheimer's disease individually 60 to 85 here, and the 60 to 85 something MCI. The provider scatter plot show relation between age and CSF phosphorylated TIU concentration levels for intelligent diagnosis with Alzheimer's disease. Purple dots and the mild cognitive impairment MCI red dots. This chart. Here, Alzheimer's disease phosphorylated concentration living in Alzheimer's range between 0 to 100. There is no clear linear relationship between this graph relationship between age and CSF amyloid concentration level are not strongly dependent on the age within this group. Then MCI this is a 60 to 85, and 0 to 200 Alzheimer's concentration. 0 to 200 range, and there is no clear linear relationship between age and CSF phosphorylated TIU concentration level are not strongly depending on age within this group. Next, box plot to find outliers. Box plot we can see asset copy is equal to alstr copy renaming function. We have used CSF omelette CSF underscore omelette change renaming the function CSF omelette CSF total phosphorylated all are renaming here. We have next important necessary libraries cbonds matplotlib pandas other etc libraries function added the blocks plot 4 to 14 to 10 figure size 2 to subplot would axis and figures Each upload MMSC titles MMSC CSF amload CSF amload underscore total tile CSF underscore populated tile loop throwing the axis plot the box plot title in zip axis flatten title box plot data asset copy axis diagnosis y is title replace who sex plati magma X is equal to AX and X set title diagnosis and sex and X is diagnostic category and Y is concentration category and log upper and right. Here we can see the graphs MMSC concentration and diagnosis category. This is MMSC by diagnostics and sex graph. Alzheimer's disease, mild cognitive impairment, and this is control, and this is female part and this is male part. And next with the CSF amyloid diagnosis and sex chart we can see Alzheimer's disease MCI control, uh, this is diagnostic category and amyloid category. Diagnosis category Alzheimer's disease, this is CSF total diagnosis and sex category box plot. You can see the variation of Alzheimer's disease, MCI control, CSF phosphorylated diagnosis and sex, Alzheimer's disease box plot range. We can see MCI control, the statical and analysis. This descriptive statistics, Alzheimer's disease descriptive says the MMS is forward sex, Alzheimer's disease female count mean STD minimum 25%, 50, 75 max Alzheimer's disease control MCA. This is the variations of this plot. ST and descriptive MMS is corpus. This is same. Okay, sorry. Then the grouping descriptive underscore slash 3 a variable name including an achievement is grouping by diagnosis sex CSF total diode and describe this is the value count achievement this is control MCI then next grouping this and describe this if even and even Alzheimer's control individually we can describing after the range is range sets minimum and maximum Alzheimer's disease female 14 male 19 control female 8 male 8 MCI female 14 male 10 this is data type plot data type IQR descriptive status 75%, descriptive status 25. IQR is we can see diagnostic sex. Alzheimer's disease female 4, male 3, female 2. Control we have see male 3 and female 2. MCA female 4, male 2. ST we have see calculated your upper fins and calculate your lower fins. It's coding. It calculated diagnosis sex female and male 15, 17 and MC control and 25, 25, 18, 23. Then the observation any values and beyond the lower and upper value are outer layer. Say female 34, 30. And next day we have discussed about t-test. What is comparing MMSC scores between male and female patients within the same diagnosis group. AT-test provides several key insights and information about the data being analyzed. First, what you can understand from performing a t-test. Key insights from a t-test. Statistically significance. The primary outcomes of t-test, the p-value which helps determine whether the difference between the group means and statistically significant. A p-value less than a chosen significant level, commonly 0.05, indicates that the observed differences are unlikely to have occurred by random chance. Different in means the t-test compares the means of two groups and indicates whether there is statistically significant difference between them. The t-test provides information on how much the means of the two groups different in terms of chance error. Next, directions of difference. In the sides of these statistics, positive or negative can indicate the directions of difference. A positive T status suggests that means of first group is greater than mean of second group and vice versa. Then effective size is while the p-value tells you where an effect exists, the effect size like tells you the size of the effect. This importance between because even small difference can be statistically significant with large sample size, but they might not practically significant. Assumptions checks. The t-test assumes the data approximately normally distribution and the variance of two groups are equal homogeneity of variance. Checking the assumption can provide insight the natural data and whether transformation or alternative tests are needed. Types of t-test and the specific insights. Independence two sample test teachers. Used to compare the means to independence group. Example insights are the significant differences in MMSC scores between males and females with the Alzheimer's disease. Paired tests. What is paired tests? Used to compare the means of two related groups. Example insights is the a significant change in MMSC scores before the and after treatment in same group of patients. Next, one sample t-test. What is one sample t-test? Used to compare the mean of single group against a non-mean. Example, does the average MMSC score of a group of patients differ significant from a non-population mean? T strategy, a measure of distance between the group, large absolute values indicates greater difference. P values indicates the probability that observed difference in due to random chance. And then if p value there is if p value less than 0.05, there is significant difference between the group. If p value greater than 0.05, there is no significant difference between the groups. Here, t-test for Alzheimer's disease patients made Alzheimer's disease MMSC Alzheimer's disease data and data sex male MMSC females MMSC data sex female MMSC t-test t-test ODs t-test in male and female female and mail t-test. We can search t-test for MCI persons, asmosis person and MCI person. We can search t-test. Here we can MMSC, MCA data we have included and female data we have included sex data we have at last printed data and MCA's versus where the output is status for a osmosis person male and female. The result is statistics is 0.08473900286853637. Then p value is 0.93263663016487. DF is equal to 10, 1.0. T-test for MCI persons male and female. Male versus female T-test result statistic 2.3638097834886738. P value 0.0301439799059695055. DF is equal to 8, 7.6. Here the observation is a p-values less than 2 significance level commonly 0.05 indicating there is no statistically significant difference in MMSE scores between males and females with Asthma's disease. P-value for MCA patients have values less than 0.05 means thus there is significant difference between the group and observed difference and unlikely have occurred by random chance. Then next we have discussed ANOVA, comparing MMSE. ANOVA including the comparing MMSE scores among different diagnostics groups. ANOVA, which stands for Analyzing Variance Statistical Method used comparing the mean there or more determine if there is significant difference between them. Generalized t-test more than two groups. ANOVA helps in identifying whether at least one of the group significantly different from the other. Types of ANOVA: one-way ANOVA, two-way ANOVA, repeated measure ANOVA, insights ANOVA, overall difference between a group of variables, there some etc. What is ANOVA? ANOVA, which stands for Analysis of Variance, is statistical method used to compare the means of three or more groups, determine if there is a significant difference between each analyzed t-test two or groups. Types of ANOVA we can say one-way ANOVA is compares means across multiple groups based on one independent variable factors. Example, comparing the MMSE scores across different diagnostic groups. Control Alzheimer's MCA. Two-way ANOVA, comparing the MMSE across different diagnosis group and genders. Repeated measure of ANOVA. Repeated measure of ANOVA usually when the same object are measured multiple times used under different conditions. Example, comparing MMSE scores of patients multiple times of points before and after treatment. Insights for ANOVA is overall different. ANOVA tests the null hypothesis that all groups means are equal. A significant result indicates that at one least one group mean difference in difference between group variance versus within group variance. ANOVA decomposes the total variance into variance between groups and variance between groups. If between group variance is significantly larger than with group variance, it suggests significant difference group means. Post HOC analysis. If ANOVA shows significant difference, post HOC tests are used to identify which specific group different from each other. Like interreaction affected two-way ANOVA. It can reveal interreaction affected between two independent variables, indicating how the effect of one independent variable depend on level of the variable. Exception of ANOVA. Normally, the data each group should be approximately normally distributed. Homogeneity of variance. The variance among the groups should be approximately equal. And then independence. The observation should be independent of each other. Here, ANOVA coding from dot stat important of F one way ANOVA we can find ADMMSC Alzheimer's diagnostic Alzheimer's disease MMC and MCA and Alzheimer's we can check assuming the Alzheimer's and MCA group diagnosis control MMSC ANOVA result is print after we have the result is F one way result static value is for 45.60317162684719. Then p-values result is 3. P-value and the statistics are ANOVA checkings. P-value is 3.67272091000778 cos 7. D. F statistics measure the ratio of variance between the group to variance in the group. A higher F value indicates a greater degree of difference between the group, means relative to the within a group variability. P value indicates the probability that the observed difference between group means occurred by random chance. If p value less than 0.05, there is a statistical significant difference between the group means. If p-value less than 0.05, there is no statistically significant difference between the group means. If the ANOVA is significant, you can perform post hoc test to determine which specific group are different. ANOVA is powerful tool for comparing means across multiple groups and helps in determining if there are significant difference between group means understanding the source of variance in data. Identify specific groups that differ from each other through post hoc HOC analysis. Using ANOVA research can make informed decision about the affected difference factors and relationship between variables in their data. Then observations is the p-value greater than 0.5. There is a statically then statically it is significant difference in MMC for the different diagnosis group. This is the observation p-value greater than 0.5 statically significant different MMC score and the different diagnosis group. Next is correlation analysis. Checking the correlation between memory scores and another continuous variable such as age. Correlation is a statistical method used to elevate strength and direction of relationship between two quantitative variables. It is quantify the two agree to which two variable related helps you understand how one variable may predict be associated within another. Type of correlations are the person correlation, Sparkman rank correlation, Cadell This is two types of this is two types of correlation. Person correlation measures the linear relationship between two continuous variables. Assume that the data in normally distributed and relationship is linear. Value range -1 to 1. 1 indicates perfect positive linear relationship. -1 indicates perfect negative linear relationship. 0 indicates no linear relationship. Then Berkman's rank correlation is measure the straight direction of monitoring relationship between two ranked variables. Does not assume a normal distribution suitable for ordinal data or non-linear relationship. Kettle's KU measures the state of association between two variables, less sensitive to data distribution and used for ordinal data. Insights from correlation analysis, strength and direction relationship. A strength and relationship is a strong correlation close to -1 or 1 indicates strong relationship between. Positive correlation indicates that has variables increasing, also increasing, and negative correlation indicating one variable increasing or other decreases. Predictive relation helps to predicting the value one variable based on value of another. Useful in a regression analysis for predicting outcomes. Identify trends. Correlation can help identify trends in data such as seasonal trends or economical cycle. Data quality check. Identify potential outliers or error in data that might after the relation between variables. Variable selection helps to selecting variables, modeling and analyzing by identifying those who strong relationship. Practically, applications of correlation analysis, healthcare, finance, marketing, social science, such etc. are there. Finance analyzing relationship between two different financial indicators. Example correlation between stock price trading volumes. Marketing evaluation the relationship marketing spend and sales correlation between advertising budget and revenue. Social science studying the relationship between social variables, correlation between education level and income. Correlation analyzing in fundamental statistical to used to measure the strength, direction of relationship between variables, identity, potential, predictive relationship, assess in quality and data quality checks and variables selection of modeling, providing insights across various domains such as healthcare, finance, and marketing, social science. By understanding and utilizing analysis, research, and analysis can make informed decisions and better understanding the underlying predicting number of disease. Log layer regularly used modeling count data. Example predicting the number of accident intersection based on traffic volume. Insights for regression analysis. Relationship between variables. Regression analysis quantifies the strength, nature, positive relationship between variables. Example, understanding how much change in adoption spending influence sales. Production forecasting is example is forecasting for the sales based on historic data. Variable input. Identify which predictor variables have most significant impact on target variable. Example, determining the most important factor affecting customer satisfaction. Model fit provided metric like R square and adjust R square to access how well the model explains the variability in data. Example, evaluating how well model fit the data. Next, hypothesis testing. Regression coefficient can be tested for statistically significant to determine if the relationship observed are not due to random chance. Example testing whether the effect or market is spent on sales significant. Residual analysis. Analyzing the residuals difference between observed predicted and values helps to validate models, assumptions, and identical potential outlier or on model indices. Example checking for form, scarcity, and normality issued residuals. Next, we can discuss interpretations of results. Relationship in the data. Assuming the correlation including the age column from spy certain important Pearson correlation as MMSC age Pearson correlation p-value person Alzheimer's MMSC age and MMSC. You have checked correlation, print correlation, print Pearson correlation coefficient. Pearson correlation, you can find p-value and correlation matrix is MMSC, and H. MMSC 1.000000 and age is 0.241878. Age is this is a relation difference between 0.241878. Age is 1000000. Percent correlation coefficient is 0.2418. We have a 82142214106. P value is 0.00379574051534659 Correlation coefficient indicates there is strengthen direction of relationship values close to 1 or minus 1 indicates a strong relationship while values close to 0 indicates weak relation. P-value indicates the statistically significant of correlation. A p-value less than 0.05 typically indicates significant correlation. Observation is the correlation coefficients of 0.24187 indicates a strong negative linear relationship between age and MMSC scores the p and then p value is 0.0000379 indicates that is correlation statistically significant. Next, we have discussed about line regression analysis. Sorry, regression analysis. Performing a linear regression to model MMSC scores as a function to age and sex. Regression analysis is a statistical method used to examine the relationship between dependent variables and one or more independent predictor variables. It helps to model and analyze the relationship between variables, providing insights to how change in predictor variables influence the target variables. Type of regression analysis: linear regression, multiple linear regression, regression, polynomial regression, Ridge and lasso regression, log linear regression. Linear regression models the relationship between two variables by fitting a linear equation to observed data suitable for continuous depending variables. Example, predicting house price based on square footage. Predicting house price and square footage. Linear regression. Multiple linear regression extend a linear regression by using multiple predictor variables. Predicting house price based on square footage, number of bedrooms, An age house, bedrooms, age house that is multiple teenagers. Logical regression is models probability that given input belongs a particular category used for binary classification problem. Example is predicting whether a patient has disease based on their symptoms. Polynomial regression is with a polynomial equation to the data, useful for modeling nonlinear relationship. Example, modeling the growth rate of bacteria over time. Ridgen and lasso regression regularization the techniques used to even overfitting by adding a penalty for large coefficients. Ridge regression add a square magnitude of the coefficients as penalty term. Lasso regression add an absolute value of coefficient as. Next, we have discussed about t-test, comparing MMSE scores between male and female patients within the same diagnostic group. A t-test provides several key insights, information about data being analyzed, that what you can understand in performing the t-test. Key insights from a t-test. Statistical significance, difference in means, directions of difference, effective size assumption check. Type of tests, there are specific mixed independent two sample test tests used to combine the mean of different two independent groups. Example are the significant different MMSE scores between male and female Alzheimer's disease. Paired tests used to compare means to related group. Is there a significant change in MMSE scores between after treatment same group of patients? One sampling t-test used to compare the means of single group against non-means. Example, does the average MMSC scores of group patients differ significantly from a non-of population mean? T-test a measure difference between the group. Larger absolute value indicates greater difference. P-value indicates the probability observed difference is due to random. If p-value 0.05, there is a significant difference between the group. If p-value 0.05, there is no significant difference in the group. The static t-test t-test, we can find t-test for a Alzheimer's patient, a MCI patient, we can input the Alzheimer's data, MCI and the Alzheimer's data, we can include this code after t-test is patient's t-result value, we can get it 0.847 and p-value 0.932. MCI is yes, t-test value is 2.363 and p-value 0.0203. Observation is a p-value less than 2, so significant level commonly indicates the observed difference are unlikely to have occurred by random chance. From the result, p-value for AD patients has a value greater 0.05, indicating there is no statistically significant difference in MMSE. P-value for MCI patients have value less than 0.05 means thus there is significant difference between the group and observed difference are unlikely to occur at random chance.